You're listening to 90.5 KCSU, Fort Collins.
I was 3 weeks out of trucking school and green behind the ears. Stopped in at old hamburger dance to slam a couple beers. When a geezer sidled up beside me asking for a smoke. Said, son, I'll offer 15 large for driving, that's no joke. Now I try to make an honest buck, but money is my weakness. My ears perk like a jockey boy 2 lengths from winning Preakness. I said 15 grand for moving freight, there's got to be a catch. He smiled just like a rattlesnake and blowing out his match. He told me, son, you'll need your gun, 'cause what we're towing we ain't showing to anyone. Flush that transmission, we're on a mission. So pull your truck on up and I'll get busy hitching. We're hauling contraband all across the land, smoking like a locomotive, catch us if you can. We're hauling contraband out on a 5-knot stand, running out of diesel fuel and running from the man. Alabama, San Antonio, and San Fran, down where Matamora speaks the Rio Grande. We've been rolling for a week, windows steaming, brakes are tweaked. Beware the heat, 'cause man, we're hauling contraband. Said, Mr. I accept your late night offer on behalf of folks like me so poor sometimes we cry to keep from laughing. And you don't need to say exactly what it is you're loading. Just thank the Lord my bulldog's running 18 wheels and rolling. Now there's me and Zeke and Hank and Paco, Curtis and Habib. We drive in ships, pop fiber in and never watch our speed. The interstate's a dirty place and lizards stalk the back lots. When I hear that devil's voice, I know just where I put my Hancock. He said, son, let's get her done. 100 miles and running hard up 101. Dual clutch transmission and tires hissing. Humping independent freight till late, no fit. We're hauling contraband all across the land, smoking like a locomotive, catch us if you can. We're hauling contraband out on a 5-knot stand, running out of diesel fuel and running from the man. Tallahassee, Jackson, Baton Rouge, Springfield, Albuquerque, Sarasota too. We've been rolling for a week and no one stopped to take a leak. Beware the heat, 'cause man, we're hauling contraband. Lights are flashing, sirens blasting in the rear view, yeah, it's true. But if you can't see my mirrors, Johnny Law, I can't see you. Bullets whizzing by the cab while alligators chew the axles. A thermos full of coffee, 20 reds and 13 Paxils. Ducking smoky, rifles high like Annie Oakley. Diesel fumes about to choke us, but no lawman ever broke us. We're all in and we're hauling, hearing Angel Gabriel calling. DOT and ICC behind us, 18 wheels and falling. They said, son, you'll have your fun, just like a pirate on the road to old Zion. You must beware, round every bend, from Chattanooga straight on through the bitter end. But till then, we're hauling contraband all across the land, smoking like a house on fire, catch us if you can. We're hauling contraband out on a 5-knot stand, running out of diesel fuel and running from the man. We're hauling contraband all across the land. Just keep on rolling, keep on rolling. We're hauling contraband all across the land. Contraband all across
You're listening to Zap Kaboom, the best radio show you can. And we are here live in the studio right now with new artist Ralph Champagne.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Of course, of course. This is your first appearance publicly anywhere, I believe.
That's right. I remember when you were single A. You know what I mean? I've been listening to you a long time. But yeah, this is... I'm sort of being introduced now to the entertainment business, and I just couldn't enjoy it more. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to entertain the people of Fort Collins, Colorado.
Absolutely. I mean, when you got a song like that last one, we kind of have to. That was Contraband off of the new project from Ralph Champagne.
I spent my life on the road, and that song was the culmination of my career in the legal and not so legal stuff that gets engaged in out there on America's highways and byways. Double A.
Of course, that's it. You write about what you know about. That's what everyone should try to do.
That's my world. Yeah, the truckers, the lot lizards, the whole kaboom of the American highway. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's the Ralph Champagne thing.
Can we expect to hear some more stuff like that on this new project?
Yeah, well, I've been producing a new record with my good friends Andy Carpenter and Lloyd Nickel. They're my production team, my Colonel Parker, if you will. And yeah, they got me in the studio. We're busily recording. We're hoping to have the Introducing Ralph Champagne album ready by this time next year. And I got my first show, Double A. So this is big. The Hard Scrabble Festival out in Utah next month. They got the Flamin' Groovies, great old rock and roll band playing, and then a bunch of other acts out there. And out in the middle of nowhere in Utah, but that's where I'm from. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm Cripple Creek born and raised, and just so thrilled to launch my career here at KCSU.
Absolutely, and we're glad to be a part of that. We think you got some potential, I think. That's what we're thinking.
Well, I appreciate that. Nobody pushes the locals like KCSU, I've always said.
Exactly. That's kind of what we do a little bit. That's a little bit of what we do. We do have another version of this song, though, that we're going to be playing later as we're ending the show, I believe, in about half an hour. It's sort of a dance remix of this song. Now,
this was the damnedest thing. Some guy from some punk rock band way out in San Francisco heard the demo of Contraband, and somehow he thought it made a dance song. So I still can't really figure that out. But yeah, this guy Andy Carpenter and this, I don't know, blog something, I don't know what he is, from some band that does somethings, and they're out there in San Francisco. He said, oh, we got to do something with this. I said, well, what do you want to do? So they said, just send us the vocal and we'll do the rest. So I send these guys the vocals, and I get back this crazy disco song. I said, okay, if that's what the kids are listening to, then fine. Let's do this. I don't want to. I don't want to hold anybody back, Double A. I want the art to flower out from Ralph Champagne. This is my moment.
It is. It definitely is. And this is the first time anyone publicly has heard that song.
That's right. That is the debut. The record's not even out, but we put it out there. We figure, hey, you want to bootleg it? We love you. Whatever you want to do. We that's the tradition I come from. The up in the hills at Cripple Creek, we're growing this and that and making this and that, distilling this and that. You know what I'm saying? And we're just pumping it out there. So I feel the same way about the music. Let's just let it flow.
That's a good attitude to have, definitely. Absolutely.
I think I'll change my attitude once I get paid something, but right now it's like, hey, what the hell? Can you say that on the air here? Can you say do we have to go to what the heck?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not certain. But hey, we've talked for a little bit. We're going to be seeing a little more of Ralph Champagne as well a little bit later. Next up, we have another song from the artist Christopher Jack, a local artist just like Ralph Champagne.
Christopher Jack. He's a great man, great artist, great entrepreneur.
I think that's, yeah, those are the three things. That's what he always describes himself as, I think. But we got that song coming up right now. If you have any questions for Ralph Champagne, the number to call or text into is 970-491-5278. And he will be answering any and all questions you have.
Holler at me. Come on, you know you want to know what's up with Ralph Champagne.
He's, really, what is there to know? There's everything to know.
There's everything to know.
'Cause no one knows anything yet.
That's right. This is a blank canvas, Double A, and I'm saying Champagne, Cripple Creek. I'm representing for Cripple Creek. That's just part of where I'm at with this.
Exactly. If you have any questions about Cripple Creek, what it's like living there.
Yeah. You want to know what goes down in the old CC? Just holler at me.
All right, we're going to give you a few minutes to do that. We got some songs coming up next. We hope you enjoy them quite a bit. We'll see you in a little bit.
Hi, this is Ryan from Yellow Card. You're listening to 90.5 KCSU, your radio. Keep it tight.
That a lot because of the low kind of masculine voice. You know what I mean? It drives a certain kind of wonderful woman a little bit batty. So ladies out at the sorority house, I wish you would have told me which sorority so I could go there after the interview. But yes, I am indeed single. I've had 5 ill-fated marriages at this point, but I'm currently single, feeling good. No children. I was very careful. That I know of. AAA, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes it's hard to tell. I've crisscrossed this country a lot in my truck. I've gone here, I've gone there. So you never know. But I've tried to. Look, I dig women. AAA. I'm not gonna hide it. I know that, in this modern world, there's a lot of people with a lot of different predilections, and I admire them all for what they do. But yeah, as for me, a group of sorority sisters, I'm sure they're intelligent, good looking, and got a couple dollars in the bank. So I'm all about it, ladies. Write us back. Let me know what sorority, and I'll pop by after the interview. Maybe I can cook you up a mess of catfish.
I'm not sure. Are catfish native to?
Well, we get a lot of them in Cripple Creek. I guess that was, so I bring some with me on the road. So I'll be able to, I've got catfish with me. I'll be able to just bring them over. So even if you don't have them here.
That's very convenient.
Yeah, I travel with moonshine and catfish. Those are the two things that keep me rolling.
Absolutely. We have one more question so far from another unnamed listener, but this is a question about your origin, I guess.
Okay.
Are you from Appalachia or are you from Colorado? Which Cripple Creek?
That's a great question. So my daddy had a little bit of a drinking problem, I'll be honest with you. I try and be honest in my work, and that's where it's at. So yes, we originated in Appalachia, and God bless them out there. But I guess, while I was in the womb, while my sainted mama, God rest her soul, was heavy with me, he got a little confused coming home from the bar. And, 2,000 miles later, he says, "Oh, we're in Cripple Creek." And next thing I know, I'm a Colorado native. So we're tied into both Cripple Creeks. It's a great question. But Daddy found a way to make it work. There's a lot of huckleberries growing up there in the foothills in Cripple Creek, so there was a way to make shine, and we fixed some cars, we laid salt on the highway, and we found a way to scramble by and make it work. Man, we're proudly working class out in Cripple Creek. So it's a great question. And I'm hoping that on tour I can get back to the holler in Appalachia where my ancestral peoples are coming from. So I hope if anybody from the Champagne clan is listening, that you call in. We need to reconnect.
Definitely. That would be, I think, revolutionary to get that kind of connection from the radio.
Well, because I like both kinds of music, country and Western.
Exactly.
So here I am.
Which is why you're playing, I believe, a festival down in over in Utah. I think
Good
you were saying.
point. Good point, Triple A. See, this is why you're a professional, and I'm still getting my feet wet in this business. I'm doing the Hard Scrabble Festival. It's going to be my first show. It's out in Helper, Utah, which, Salt Lake City, kind of a big town. Provo, a lot of action, a lot of stuff. So I said, hey, let's go out to Helper. That's a little closer to where the Champagne heart lies. And, doing the Hard Scrabble Festival. It's August 28th and 29th. I'm going to be hosting, introducing bands, and then, doing a set. So I'm very, very excited.
Absolutely, and we're excited to see you. If any listeners decide to head over there, I'm sure they'll mention it.
We're not too far from Helper. I think y'all ought to jump in the car, get a little shine, and head on out. We're waiting on you in Helper, the Hard Scrabble Festival.
Absolutely. I think it sounds like there's going to be some great music for sure. We do have a great song coming up by you, Never Before Heard, to be played for the first time on this show.
This is that kooky dance remix. Now, I don't really know what that means, but I'm just going with the flow now. I try and stay open-minded. You know what I mean? So they want to put those goofy in the song. Fine. You throw them in my song.
I think so. This is not you. This is your vocals.
Well, it's me singing, but it's what they call a remix. Mm-hmm. See, I thought there was just the mix, but you learn so much in this business. They tell me no, we can do a remix. So I said, well, I want that. I don't just want one mix. I want a remix. So this fella out in San Francisco, I guess Black Dooley or whatever his thing is. He's got some punk band, the Midgets, the Tinies. I don't. It's hard to tell. Sometimes I get a little confused, AAA. But this Andy Carpenter fella hooked up with this punk rock fella. They made this remix thing. To me, there's a lot of brrr in it. But if that's what the kids like, then brrr. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just doing what you want. I'm an open book.
Absolutely. I think that's become very apparent throughout this discussion.
Absolutely. I'm not one of those square fellas from out in the mountains. I'm one of those open-minded fellas from sea to shining sea. You know what I'm saying? Whatever floats your boat. That's the Ralph Champagne thing.
Absolutely. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of you in the future. I think we're going to be seeing unreleased music in a few seconds, about 10 minutes, I think. But we will be back one more time before we play that song, so please stay tuned. Next up, we have a couple more songs, a couple local songs. This next one is by Jimmy Condom, great local artist. Let's check it out. We are here right now with
Ralph Champagne in the house.
With a new artist.
And who was that last artist? What was that? That was very sensitive. I find myself almost in tears here after that one.
That was Time for You by Mission 19. That's a local band.
Mission 19. You know, there's no better station than KCSU for pumping the local stuff, AAA.
Exactly. Like, I mean, would you consider Cripple Creek to be local to this area?
You know, anything in Colorado. I'm a Colorado guy. You know what I mean? I'm Rocky Mountain High, as they say. You know what I mean? It's all CO. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I even make it into Denver, but I got to admit, I get a little freaked out when I get there. I went to this one street, I guess they call it Colfax, and boy, they're selling all kinds of stuff there. So I don't know. Denver, it might take me a bit to penetrate, but Fort Collins, it's a big town, but I feel like I can handle that. Out of Cripple Creek is a little bit quieter, You know what I'm saying? A little bit. You know, they roll up the sidewalk at night. You know, so yeah. But it, you know, as long as it's Colorado, KCSU's playing it.
Absolutely, that's exactly right. We always try to play the local stuff, the best local stuff, which is why we played earlier a song you produced and recorded yourself, I believe. But now we have a song that you did the vocals for, but you sent over to some guys in San Francisco.
It's the
for a
darndest
remix.
thing, AAA. They call it a remix. So you've already mixed it, but now it got remixed. So it's crazy. And there's a lot of brr in it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what I do trying to make a song, I haven't been able to get that brr in it. You know what I mean? But these guys, they made it work. You know, this Andy Carpenter, he's now you said I produced my record, but I gotta give Andy props. I gotta give Lloyd Nickel props. He's sort of my Colonel Tom. You know what I'm saying? He pulled me out of the shack. He said, "Listen, you got to quit boiling berries and you got to get out there on the road." And when Lloyd tells me to do it, I get out there and do it.
That's it's good that he did, because these are some fantastic songs, if I may say that.
Well, I appreciate that. And there's going to be a whole record's worth, the Introducing Ralph Champagne record, probably about this time next year. We've been working hard on it. And, you know, I'm just so grateful that, you know, I'm a new artist, they call it. So I'm hoping to get a Grammy and a Golden Globe, the Emmy, the Oscars, whatever they give you, I want it.
I think maybe I think bluegrass at least is making a return. Maybe just country is going to make a little bit of a return as well.
You know, I like to think of myself as beyond country. You know what I mean? Because I love that country music. That's where I come from. But there's something new in the air, AAA. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes the country guys, well, they seem a little old-fashioned. So that's why I said, look, I want it all. I want it all. So they give me this remix. They did it. They redid it. Isn't that crazy?
We're going to see how crazy it is. I think we're going to play it right now, I believe. So please, especially if you've heard the original about a few minutes ago, let us know. Let us know how this stacks up. Which one is better? Which one is more?
Which one gets your booty shaking, as they say? This one has a lot of in it, so you might dig it. If you like to shake that booty, those sorority sisters, I can't stop thinking about them. You know what I mean? They might just be out there. This might just be the one that puts me over with them. Gets the booty shaking all over the sorority house.
It might be. We do have a very innovative, forward-thinking kind of audience, kind of listener base, I think. So it might be.
I'm not surprised. Love it here at KCSU.
I think we're good. We have the time, and we're gonna play the song. Please stay tuned for Ralph Champagne.
And hey, stay environmentally ethical. You know, I spoke to a gentleman outside. I was asking directions trying to get in here. Apparently he's a professor here. And he talked to me about being environmentally conscious. I said, yes, got to do it. You know, he said, have some ethics about it. I said, hey, got to do it. He said, how many is too many? I said, I don't know. You know, so it was a fascinating conversation.
Mm-hmm. I think that was Phil Cafaro.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, is he a real professor here, or just because I couldn't tell? He kind of, he didn't really dress too great. I got to be honest with you. At first I thought he might be a custodian here, but he claims to be a professor. So, who am I? You know, I didn't make it much past 8th grade.
I think he is. I've never taken a class with him personally, but
right.
I think I've heard his name mentioned a few times.
Well, he seemed like a great man.
I think that's our time. It is about 1 o'clock, and we have a great remix for you right here.
Ralph Champagne.
Ralph Champagne. Let's check it out. Let's hear it.
was 3 weeks out of trucking school and green behind the ears. Stopped in at old Hamburger Dan's to slam a couple beers. When a geezer sidled up beside me asking for a smoke. Said, son, I'll offer 15 large for driving, that's no joke. Now I try to make an honest buck, but money is my weakness. My ears perk like a jockey boy 2 lengths from winning Preakness. I said 15 grand for moving freight, there's got to be a catch. He smiled just like a rattlesnake and blowing out his match. He told me, son, you'll need your gun, cause what we're towing we ain't showing to anyone. Flush that transmission, we're on a mission. So pull your truck on up and I'll get busy hitching. We're hauling contraband. Contraband. We're hauling contraband. Contraband.
Left side on soul. This contraband.
I said, Mr. I accept your late night offer on behalf of folks like me so poor sometimes we cry to keep from laughing. And you don't need to say exactly what it is you're loading. Just thank the Lord my bulldog's running 18 wheels and rolling. Now there's me and Zeke and Hank and Paco, Curtis and Habib. We drive and shift pop Viber in and never watch our speed. The interstate's a dirty place and lizards stalk the back lots. When I hear that devil's voice, I know just where I put my Hancock. He said, son, let's get her done. 100 miles and running hard up 101. Dual clutch transmission and tires hissing. Humping independent freight till ain't no bitch. We're hauling contraband. Contraband. We're hauling contraband. Contraband. Lights are flashing, sirens blasting in the rear view, yeah, it's true. But if you can't see my mirrors, Johnny Law, I can't see you. Bullets whizzing by the cab while alligators chew the axles. A thermos full of coffee, 20 reds and 13 Paxils. Rolling low-key, ducking smoky, rifles high like Annie Oakley. Diesel fumes about to choke us, but no lawman ever broke us. We're all in and we're hauling, hearing Angel Gabriel calling. DOT and ICC behind us, 18 wheels and falling. They said, son, you'll have your fun, just like a pirate on the road to old Zion. You must beware, round every bend, from Chattanooga straight on through the bitter end. But until then, we're hauling contraband.